So there's this commentary that books are not political. And I really want to challenge that assumption because, for one, reading and literacy is paramount for all ages, but particularly children, right? As their prerequisites for access to higher learning. And higher learning is normally a means to more income, aka survival, and survival is political. So much so that during the civil rights era, they had freedom libraries where, particularly in the South, African Americans could come and actually read books that they were prohibited from having access to in the white libraries because of segregation. I won't go into all that, but it's a real thing, right? And so I went to a middle school where we had outdated textbooks, so they would have shredded pages. The history, the facts are old, and it really just shows or perpetuates a stereotype that knowledge is not a priority, and that's really harmful for certain communities, particularly underrepresented communities, right? And I just want to end with this one thing that I've always held close, this quote that says, "What you consume consumes you." And so this makes sense in the concept of food, right? If you're eating fast food all the time, you're probably going to feel more sluggish, right? But the same can be said of media. When you're talking about characters, fictional or not, the worlds, the themes, those will implant on you whether or not you are conscious of them or not, right? We can talk about how a lot of movies and books have like this best friend black kind of stereotype, and how that shows up in the world in other ways. What's considered beauty standards are often dignified in books. A lot of villain characters have these disabilities, which kind of perpetuates ableism, unfortunately. And so there's just on this real line. And if you don't see it, it's because you're just not all that cognizant of it yet. And that's okay. But it is time to lean in and really start to understand those aspects. So I just wanted to say that books are definitely political. Sometimes you just have to look beyond the page.